anniversary of one of the biggest and deadliest severe storm outbreaks ever.
I think this event was, in 2011, was unprecedented. You know, are we going to ever see anything like that again? I don't know. I hope we never see anything like that again. It cost people a lot of lives. Even though we were prepared, you still had over 350 tornadoes that killed over 360 people in the southeastern United States. That is unprecedented. Even with the technology that we have, the warnings that we had, really nothing above ground survived. It is very rare. We just haven't seen anything like that before. And when we saw the Storm Prediction Center indicating there was a 45% chance of tornadoes in Alabama, we're going, what? Well, nobody's ever predicted anything like that. And not only that, in that very high risk area, then the Storm Prediction Center issues what's called a PDS, a particularly dangerous situation. That is extremely rare for them to do that. Very confident that we were going to see some bad weather here.
Unfortunately, those predictions were accurate on April 27th and 28th. In a span of less than 24 hours, we had 15 confirmed tornadoes in Georgia. One of them was the deadly EF4 that formed in Alabama, hit Ringgold, and kept going on into Tennessee.
The big one, that occurred at around, I think it was around 8:15 that night. It was just getting dark, and we hate the fact that, you know, you're going to get severe weather in the dark. You can't see what's going on. Everybody's panicking and freaking out up in northwestern Georgia. And we detected a debris signature almost immediately from that storm. So we knew it was impacting people and it was destroying things.
And this is the tornado right here. Those 15 tornadoes touched 28 Georgia counties in some way.
Anybody in there? He's out. He's okay.
More than a dozen Georgians died, including a man and his caregiver in Spalding County. The storms leveled entire neighborhoods there, like the one where Stacy Levy and her family lived.
So we woke up and everything in the house was coming down.
The damage in Noonan is the worst we've seen in Georgia this spring, but it may not be the last. Our promise to you is to provide as much information as early as we can. In 2021, the technology is a lifesaver.
Computer modeling alone that we use each and every night here on our broadcasts has improved dramatically. So we can go out for 5 to 7 days now and actually know when we see the potential for severe weather.
One thing that's certain with severe weather season in Georgia, things can change quickly. Here at Channel 2, we've invested in technology that allows us to give more precise warnings even earlier.
It's the most advanced Doppler radar in the world. It's going to completely change the way we cover and track severe thunderstorms.
In spring 2011, Channel 2 installed the radar we use today. Glenn literally got a bird's eye view. The installation required a highly skilled crew and impressive machinery. Here are some of the reasons why this technology matters. The dual-pole Doppler radar provides images in real time. We can track storms twice as far away, even before they move into Georgia. And there's another advantage that can save lives. We have live radar with the capability of really giving us a high-resolution look at the structure of these thunderstorms. We can see, when and where the storms are rotating, how strongly they're rotating, of course, how fast they're moving, speed and direction. And then we can also see inside these storms and tell, whether this storm has not just the signature of rotation and strong winds, which can imply a tornado, but we can also see signatures of lofted debris. And so that would tell us that a tornado is or has very recently been, like within the last minute or two, on the ground, and then it picks up debris.
We have something called a Gibson. We can go peer inside. It's like a doctor's MRI. It's like a 3D representation. We can see hail suspended in a thunderstorm, and we can actually see the debris ball, the debris that this tornado is bringing into the atmosphere.
Debris that comes from trees, rubble from splintered homes, even dirt stirred up during a storm. Glenn, what you're highlighting there is that what it appears to be on radar, a confirmed tornado.
Absolutely is, and it's just not too far from Noonan here, just to the southwest.
What we were also seeing, in addition to that powerful rotation signature, is the lofted debris. So we could see that there had been a tornado on the ground, picking up debris and pulling it up into the atmosphere more than 10,000 feet up into this thunderstorm. So you have the very strong rotating winds, the classic signature of a tornado. You have that hook shape in the overall storm structure on the radar, which we know is that classic tornado look. And then we have what we call radar confirmation, that is lofted debris that is at the location where also you have the other signatures of a tornado. So you put all these things together and you know you have a tornado on the ground, number one, and it looks like a powerful one. The next day, I saw what the radar revealed the night before. The winds in the EF4 tornado around 170 miles an hour. Forecasting severe weather usually begins days before we can spot a tornado or storm on radar. We use specialized software and collaborate with both the Storm Prediction Center and National Weather Service. We had a good idea, really about a week in advance, that we were in for some kind of system that would bring at least the potential for some strong storms. In 2012, Channel 2 introduced a weather app. It's one of the easiest ways to get alerts, warnings, and targeted weather information anytime, anywhere.
Heavy rain has been detected near your location.
The weather app is so critical. Of course, you need the on-camera meteorologist to help you navigate through, but in a pinch, that app can save your life, because when you're not around a television, that app can send an alert right to your phone to let you know, hey, you need to be aware. We now have a tornado warning. We now have a severe thunderstorm warning. Wherever you are, you need to stop what you're doing, get to a safe place, and get out of harm's way.
That's my room right there. It's crushed.
Time and time again, we've heard it works.
I got the warning from Channel 2, actually. I was using the app. I called her up. I was like, yo, we need to get in the bathroom now.
You can set the app to your location when you travel and rely on it when severe weather is in the forecast where you live. The other thing that you can do in the app is now you can watch our same coverage that we have on TV on the live stream on your phone through the app. So if you lose power or you lose cable, you could still watch it on your phone. Or if you're going down to your basement because a tornado is threatening and you're not in a room where there's a television, you can watch our coverage in your safe spot on our phone. So that really has been a great tool for us, especially during times of severe weather.
Now, once you've downloaded the app, make sure you go up to the right-hand corner of your screen. You'll see those three lines. Click on that. Once you get to that, you'll go to settings, but it's important to note, once you go into the severe weather alerts, you click that on and then go ahead and go into weather notification types. That way you can have options as to what you want turned on and off. For your severe weather alerts, that's right at the top. Make sure it's toggled on, and then that way you can get alerts sent to your phone in the event that watches or warnings are issued for your area.
An anniversary no one wants to remember.
This is one of those life-altering events that you'll remember for the rest of your life.
One of the nation's worst tornado outbreaks ever changed how many of us prepare for severe weather. Channel 2's primetime look at severe weather season is a family-to-family special. Produced in partnership with American Signature Furniture, Grady Hospital, Delta Community Credit Union, Kroger, and Georgia Natural Gas. Welcome back to Severe Weather Season, a family-to-family special. Here's Severe Weather Team 2 meteorologist Brian Monahan.
In 2021, everyone has a cell phone. You send us amazing videos and pictures of storms all the time. But in 2011, it was video of a huge tornado approaching the University of Alabama campus that had panicked parents calling the Channel 2 newsroom.
And this is where the tornado touched down in Tuscaloosa at the University of Alabama.
That powerful tornado was part of a super outbreak in the southeast. Georgia's first warning came the morning of April 27th, but there would be many more.
Storm Prediction Center is going to issue a tornado watch for Atlanta and northern Georgia in about 7 minutes, and they've added this. We're going to have what's called a PDS. They do not issue these lightly. A PDS means this is going to be a particularly dangerous situation.
Cops were coming up and down on their loudspeaker saying a tornado's coming. This is not a joke.
Jim McKenzie was born and raised in Georgia and now lives in Buckhead. In 2011, he was a senior at the University of Alabama.
We'd had about 4 tornado warnings that week where class was canceled. So when this one came along, it was kind of another one of those, oh, it's just another tornado warning. So a lot of the students weren't taking it seriously. Obviously, parents were calling saying, oh, it's big, this is coming.
Jim was on a rooftop with friends near the Alabama Stadium when they realized it was.
A couple of us ignorant 21-year-old kids ran up to the roof to see what was going on. And that's when we think it was the main tornado that was coming straight towards campus.
This comes to us from a University of Alabama student from Metro Atlanta who shot this cell phone video.
The Tuscaloosa twister turned out to be what we refer to as a long-tracked tornado. It stayed on the ground for hours, crossed into Georgia, and targeted Ringgold in Catoosa County.
I've been here 51 years, and I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
The 2011 Ringgold tornado was Georgia's last EF4 before the Noonan twister last month. First responders and Ringgold residents knew instantly the damage